Hello, my friends, and welcome to another episode of the Jolt of Wellness with Jovanka, live here on Facebook. Happy Tuesday, first and foremost. And today is Tuesday. Did I just say that it was Tuesday? Yeah. And it is Tuesday. And the reason why I'm excited about Tuesday is because today is a really special day. With me, I have today a woman that you probably already know because I have partnered with her. We've done programs together. I have mentioned her many times on the broadcasts here. Her name is Grace Smith, and there she is in all her beautiful glory. How are you, Grace?
I'm so happy and even happier to be here with you, Jovanka. I love you so much.
Thank you so much. So part of the reason why I'm so excited about Today Tuesday is because Grace's first book, Close Your Eyes, Get Free, is out today. It's out today. Why is that important? Because personally, with the work that she does, not only do I believe in it wholeheartedly, I have seen her in action. I have actually worked with her both as a client and as a partner. And I know how powerful the work that she does is. So I want everybody in this community to know how powerful the work that she does is. And in order for us to do that, for you to truly know, we have to teach you a little bit about the work that she does. And then she's going to show us here live. So first and foremost, again, thank you so much for being here and congratulations.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about you, about the work that you do, who you are, and then we'll talk a little bit about the book.
Okay, perfect. So my name is Grace Smith, and I'm on a mission to make hypnosis mainstream. And this beautiful baby is such a milestone in that journey, truly. It's been a long time coming. Jovanka remembers when I got this book deal years ago.
1,000 years ago.
1,000 years ago. So this day is so special for so many reasons. And I never in a million years thought that I would become a hypnotherapist. I wasn't a little girl saying, I can't wait to grow up and hypnotize people at all. It totally came at me by surprise. But when it did, when I saw how powerful this work was, my initial reaction, the very first thing that went through my mind was, it's a human rights issue. That people don't know they have this available to them, that people are suffering needlessly. So when I left my corporate career in New York City, Jovanka and I have similar career paths, I think, where, you know, like our wellness experience is just sort of like we had to fix our own lives, and then that's what we wanted to teach the world in doing so. But when I quit my corporate job and decided to become a hypnotist for, full time, I went from a job that everybody had admiration for and everybody respected to sometimes being the butt of a joke, and a lot of times people not understanding what it was or wanting to steer clear of it altogether. Just the other day, I was on a podcast with a woman and we started talking about hypnosis and Christianity, and she said, oh, I think the devil works through hypnosis. So you hear things like that. I know. Right.
And then movies like Get Out, which I'm sure your brain exploded, because mine did when I saw it. I was like, that's such a disservice, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, I went online right after I saw Get Out and just cried hysterically to all the internet people. And I was so outraged. And the reason why is because when people aren't using hypnotherapy, they are holding on to the conditioning of beliefs and pain longer than necessary. So the reason why I kind of shared the challenges of being a hypnotist is to say that the reason why I've stuck with it and why I shout it from the rooftops, even though there are so many misunderstandings still, is because the transformations are so powerful, it would be impossible to stop talking about it.
I have so many questions, so many things that I want to say. First of all, tell us what hypnosis is. And more importantly, what hypnosis is not. Because as you said, debunking all these myths is literally 90% of the battle.
It seriously is. It seriously is. As soon as somebody experiences hypnosis, they know what it is for real and they love it. Every time.
Yeah.
Every time. As soon as you experience it, you're like, oh, that's what it is? I feel amazing.
You're like,
so
really?
My job is just being like, I know you think it's that. It's not that. So it's not a blackout state. You're not blacked out. Even though
somebody else is not in control of your brain.
Yeah, no one's in control of your brain. There's no mind control. In fact, you're more in control of your mind than you've ever been before. but nobody else is or can be. It is not a state where you're going to experience amnesia. You remember everything from your session, or you remember it as much as you would an hour-long conversation. You know all the themes. You can pull out different sentences. You have the gist. What it is, and I'll talk a little bit too about why the movies misperceive it so much, or why they misrepresent it so much, so that we misperceive it so much. So there was a dude, and especially because I wrote the chapter on the history of hypnosis, this is fresh for me. There was a dude named Franz Mesmer in the mid-1800s, and his last name is where the word mesmerism comes from. He used something called animal magnetism to pass ethereal energy through people's bodily systems. And he did some other weird stuff that totally got thrown in with the occult. At the same time, though, he was using hypnosis very effectively to help heal people. And these two things got mixed, and moving forward, people started to combine the idea of hypnosis with this occult weird stuff. Prior to that, hypnosis had been used in the Civil War. You know, it's been used for the last 3,000 years as a way of helping people with pain on battlefields when you don't have any anesthesia. They used to do amputations using only hypnosis when anesthesia would run out on the battlefield. Going all the way back to ancient Egypt, there are sleep temples written about where people would go in and a priest would help them relax into a sleepy state, and they would whisper the magic words, and they would come out without their fears or phobias or lack of confidence or whatever it was in ancient Egypt. So we've known about this and have loved this as human beings, the ability to access our subconscious mind, the ability to access our mainframe for thousands of years. But because of Franz Mesmer, this freaky stuff got mixed in that has nothing to actually do with the mechanics of hypnosis, and it has moved forward ever since. And I say now it's just lazy screenwriting to keep it going. But, you know, maybe the Oscar.
And we know that the movie is brilliant and we love it, but it was such a disservice. To your point, I want you to tell me a little bit about the idea that is, you always say that hypnosis is meditation with a goal. And I was thinking about you all last week when we were seeing the entire world was enthralled in this story about the 12 kids in Thailand that got stuck in a cave. And their teacher, the guy that was also stuck with them, is a meditation teacher, or was a meditation monk. And he said that, the kids said that it was him teaching them to control their mind, to meditate, to kind of change the ideas in their heads and their subconscious mind, to stay in the present and to stay strong throughout that ordeal. And I thought of you because in the work that you do and in the work that I have witnessed from you, I have seen that. I've seen you explain over and over how this is not, all this is a way to reteach the part of your brain that is alive only when you're asleep to work for you, right? And to take care of the stuff that you want to take care of. So tell me a little bit more about that. I love some of your stories about sugar and about all kinds of meditation with a goal type stuff.
Totally. So yeah, I mean, the subconscious is this amazing place, right? It's 90% of our human experience. 10% of our human experience is the conscious mind. Right. And that includes willpower. So if a client comes to me and they're like, Grace, I have no willpower, I'm like, it wouldn't matter anyway. It's 10% versus 90%. You can have all the willpower in the world, but if your subconscious all of a sudden decides that thing you want to do is dangerous, in order to keep you safe, it is going to amp up the self-sabotage and just shut it down. Yeah. So, as much as the subconscious is what's happening when we're dreaming, it's actually happening all the time, right? It's our subconscious that's causing our digestion. It's our subconscious we're blinking and swallowing and all these other things too. And so it's been proven so much recently in all these great studies that hypnosis is one of the most effective cures for IBS. Yeah. You know, I mean, all these things that you would think have nothing to do with closing your eyes and imagine a different outcome, but it does. And here's why. When you try to make change from a stressed out state, we all know the fight, flight, freeze mechanism. But what we sometimes don't realize is how much energy it uses up to be stressed it uses up so much energy to be stressed out. And then Jovanka knows when you eat foods that bloat you and you don't chew to break down the nutrients and you've got rotting food in your stomach, that's all the rest of your energy. Between being stressed out and trying to digest all that junk, there's nothing left. So if we were to say to ourselves, I need to create a new belief, to create those dendrite connections from neuron to neuron in the brain takes a lot of energy. And the conscious mind just says, look, things are going just fine. Everybody's alive and breathing. I'm not letting anything get in here. But we become so relaxed and safe, which is exactly how we feel in the theta brainwave state. And that's where hypnosis and meditation take place, in the theta brainwave state. There's all this surplus energy left to create the new belief. So when I say that we become open to suggestion, it's not to any suggestion. There is no sunken place. You here are the things you want to change in your life. And at that moment, you have the energy to create that belief and own it. And I'll give one quick example before we move on from that, which is if someone came to me and said, my kid is addicted to video games, can you make him quit? I'd say only if he wants to. It'd be a waste of your money and my time unless he truly wants to quit. That's the same with any addiction, right? But this is on the rise, and I'm hearing it a lot, and parents are disappointed by that. But the fact of the matter is, it's not mind control. I can't make him do something he doesn't want to do, right? So if he wants to continue playing video games and not doing his homework and flunk out of school, then that's exactly what's going to happen. And we've been getting these emails from parents more and more and more. So it's in some ways, it'd be great if it were mind control. It just fix everybody all the time. But it isn't. You have to want the result. And the more you want the result, the faster you see the result.
Awesome. That reminds me of my story when we worked on My Fear of Flying. And I just wanted to tell the audience a teeny tiny bit of that story. I love flying. I love traveling. Let me just be very clear. I love traveling. I love going to other parts of the world. I've been to over 31 countries around the world. I love learning about new cultures. Everything that has to do with travel, I love, except for the act of flying. I used to have to take 2 or 3 Xanax just to get on a 3-hour flight because I just couldn't handle it. I truly visualized the damn thing flying from the sky and on fire. And to Grace's point, I have been working very diligently on getting rid of that fear. So it wasn't one session. It wasn't like all of a sudden Grace decided that I wasn't going to be afraid of flying. We did a session. It was a very long session. I don't know if you remember this, Grace. We were on Venice, California, and it was so powerful. I can't go into too many details here because it would take another hour of your time. But it was so incredibly powerful. What the most important lesson out of that particular session was that I have been ready to give up that fear and replace it with something else for years. And I've been working on all kinds of different ways to get rid of fear, but I had not gotten quite there. I was maybe 50% of the way there. Some days I felt 60%, some days I felt 30%. And then I did that session and I had to get on a flight maybe 2 weeks after.
Yeah.
And to this day, that was a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago. I just came back from a very long flight. I literally flew to Puerto Rico from Los Angeles. I took 4 planes in an 8-day period and I slept. I ate, I worked, I read, I was perfectly fine. Am I still a fan? Am I a fan of planes? Absolutely not. Yeah. I am not. Yeah. But I am no longer afraid because somehow, I guess hypnosis, my brain understands this is my new way of being and my new way of living. It was the most amazing thing I have ever experienced in my life.
And I mean, it's like, it just doesn't need to be. Could you imagine if you still had to suffer through it the way you used to? It's like,
unnecessary.
It's so unnecessary. And if people continue to see movies where they present it like it's the sunken place, then people suffer needlessly because they don't say, oh, let me give that a shot. You know, and we had this one beautiful session. I mean, we've been working together for a while and doing bunches of sessions, so you knew what to expect with hypnosis. but it was one session, and it was in front of all my students too. You were the volunteer at my training academy. So it's not only this big, beautiful, long session, it was in front of an audience. And still, you know, and that's the thing when I say too, when someone says, can you make me love public speaking? And I say, how do you feel now? Well, now I don't do it. I hate it. I avoid it at all costs. I'm puking. I'm shaking. I'm turning red. And I was like, how about if you just didn't hate it?
Right.
Would that be cool? Like, how about if you just got up and know you did a good job? Would that be great? And they say, yeah. And the reason why I do that is because to make a leap from despising something and it being a huge pain point in your life to loving it is such a huge leap. And it's actually necessary. Like, you don't have to love it to do it.
Exactly.
That the subconscious, it's almost like that doesn't, hypnosis has to feel believable and achievable. So it's a stretch, but it has to feel achievable and believable. That's why if someone said to me, Grace, I want $1 billion. I want the result. You hypnotize me right now to be able to make $1 billion because I want it. If you're making 40 grand a year, the subconscious doesn't find that to be achievable or believable. If we say, let's allow you to increase your ability to call in abundance by 20%, what are the things that are blocking you from that? That's achievable, believable, no doubt. Right. So yeah, I love that you share that. Thank you so much, babe. And I'm just so happy that now, you know, you love traveling. You should be able to travel without.
It's like I said, it's life changing. It's truly powerful. So your book is out today, and I also love the fact that I'm going to put a link on the description. I thought I did, but I'm not sure because this particular platform is new to me. But I wanted to tell everybody listening that this book, as you heard from Grace, this book is actually teaching you how to debunk the myths about hypnosis and giving you very specific tools. And I bought actually both the book and the audiobook because Grace's voice is the most soothing, sexiest thing on the planet. And she's really great at guiding you through it. And so, you know, I love the idea of the audiobook that you can sit around and actually do the meditations with her. I think that's a very powerful tool. So I wanted you to tell us a little bit more about the book and how it's structured, and you know, like what can people get out of the book?
Absolutely. So when I set out to make hypnosis mainstream, and I said, I want the whole world to know this is available to them. You know, we have free will. It's up to everyone if they want to use it, but they at least need to know it's available. You know, it has to come out into the light what it truly is. And so the book was the way of doing that, was the way of saying every little thing that I need to say about what truly hypnosis is and what it isn't. And then I said, if we're going to make hypnosis mainstream, it can't be reliant upon private sessions. Now, I love private sessions, and hands down, they're the most powerful way to change your life. The reason being, so long as the hypnotherapist is excellent, and if you work with any of the grace-based hypnotherapists who I've trained, they're all excellent. But it's cost prohibitive for most people. You know, sessions start at $100 a pop. And there's a huge segment of the world's population that won't get close to ever being able to do that. And for some people, they don't even bat an eye and they can buy 100 of them. But if I'm making it mainstream, that means for everybody. That means learning how to hypnotize yourself. That means for 15 bucks, and sometimes it'll go on sale, you can learn how to get into the theta brainwave state without needing me around, without needing even your headphones. You know what I mean? It's just when your kids are driving you nuts and you don't want to say that thing you can't take back, or when you're just about to walk into the meeting to give the quarterly numbers and you don't have time to close your eyes. Like, you're just walking in, you've got 30 seconds, you've got to do it yourself. Or you're about to walk on that plane and you just need that little boost of confidence while you're working through this other stuff. That's what the book does. So every chapter starts with a story, because stories are hypnotic. Yeah. Sure, they get us into our creative state, our imagination state, and that's really what hypnotherapy brings you into. And then there is information in the middle. So there's like a whole section on the history of hypnosis, science behind hypnosis, and then my 4 steps to mental freedom process. And then at the end of every chapter, there is a script. So I can tell you, because it's printed and real and exists.
She's so excited.
Exactly.
I unfortunately don't have mine. It's supposed to arrive on the mail.
Yeah.
Today.
So we've got 60-second stress relief, self-worth, infinite gratitude, increased comfort, decreased pain, take responsibility for our actions, stop negativity and complaints, release bad habits, help others, break through procrastination, quit smoking, overeating/unhealthy eating, obviously stopping that, nail biting, more on stress and anxiety because everybody's got it, lack of self-confidence, lack of self-worth, lack of self-love, and more on weight loss. So out of those, what I thought we could do today is I could just lead you through one of these.
Absolutely. That would be amazing. And that way people can actually see the process of hypnosis and how powerful and simple it could be. So just whenever you're ready.
Amazing. What do you think if we do, I just did infinite gratitude on my page, so that's already there if anybody wants to jump over there. And
how about we do anything stress or overeating or anything to that effect? They're all kind of interrelated.
Right. They're definitely interrelated. Let me see. Maybe weight loss would be good.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I think that'll be great because that applies to a lot of people. And even if you're not working on releasing weight at this point in your life, you can always use it to just improve your relationship to food and eat more nourishing foods. So whenever I use a hypno affirmation, if it doesn't exactly apply to you, like, let me look what the hypno affirmations are going to be in this one.
She has hypno affirmations.
Yeah.
And they're fantastic.
Okay. These are great for everybody. So I chew every bite until only liquid remains. I love that one. Breaking down all the food into the nutrients, plus then you're eating slower. Food is fuel. I only put the highest quality fuel into my body. That also can apply to anybody.
Amazing.
And then every day in every way, I'm losing weight and feeling great. If you're not working on releasing weight, switch it to every day in every way. I love myself more and more.
Right. Perfect.
All right.
Are we closing our eyes?
Yeah. So first, let's start with your stress level. 0 is zero stress, no stress at all. 10 is a full-blown panic attack. So what's your starting number, love?
I think my starting number is probably a 5, but I don't know that it's stress. It's more like excitement.
Yeah. And when we get together too, it's like the energy just builds.
And I also have 2 more broadcasts after this that I have to do. So maybe I'm a little like,
Yeah. Okay, cool. Starting at a 5. So anyone else who's watching or whoever watches the replay, and then I think, are you putting this up on YouTube after?
Sure, I can do that.
Perfect. So anybody who's watching this well into the future, what you can do is write in the comments your starting stress level, and then we can check back in periodically over time, come back to the video. I'll definitely check the comments and interact with you even well into the future. So don't worry if you're not here with us live. And so you'll start, write your starting number, which is 5 for Jovanka. For me, I'd say it's like a 6, just because there's so much going on.
Right.
And then what you're going to all do is just sit in a comfortable chair. Place your feet flat on the ground. Rest your hands gently in your lap. And close your eyes. Take a nice, deep, letting go breath. And now with your spine straight but comfortable, take 4 deep, slow breaths, inhaling through the nose for 4 counts and exhaling out the nose for 8 counts. Beginning now. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now breathing easily and naturally. Imagine gentle roots growing from the bottom of your feet down into the center of the earth, grounding. And if you'd like, you can also imagine roots growing from the base of your spine down into the center of the earth around you. Now imagine a color you love flowing in through the top of your head, all the way through your body, out the bottoms of your feet, down those roots, down into the center of the earth. Beautiful, you're doing great. Bring all of your focus and awareness and attention to the palms of your hands. Perhaps you can feel your palms tingling. Perhaps you can feel your heartbeat in your hand. Perhaps you notice a sensation of expansion in your hand. Just notice and breathe for a few moments now. Very good. And now repeating in your mind after me, doubling your relaxation with each and every number. 10. I'm going deeper and deeper. 9. I'm going deeper and deeper. 8. I'm going deeper and deeper. 7. I'm going deeper and deeper. 6. I'm going deeper and deeper. 5. I'm going deeper and deeper. 4. I'm going deeper and deeper. 3. I'm going deeper and deeper. 2. I'm going deeper and deeper. 1. I'm going deeper and deeper. Another nice, deep, letting go breath, and then repeating in your mind after me. Every day in every way, I'm losing weight and feeling great. I chew every bite until only liquid remains. Food is fuel. I only put the highest quality fuel into my body. Good. Another nice, deep, letting go breath, and we'll do that twice more. Every day in every way, I'm losing weight and feeling great. I chew every bite until only liquid remains. Food is fuel. I only put the highest quality fuel into my body. One more nice, deep, letting go breath. Every day in every way, I'm losing weight and feeling great. I chew every bite until only liquid remains. Food is fuel. I only put the highest quality fuel into my body. And now as you breathe deeply, imagine all of your weight loss goals have already been achieved. See, feel, and experience yourself glowing with health, that you have more energy and feel more joy than ever before. Do that now. Excellent. Now put a gentle smile on your lips. Starting to come back now, remembering everything, feeling absolutely wonderful as that color you love flows in through the top of your head, all the way through your body, out the bottoms of your feet, down into the center of the earth. And you bring that calm, happy confidence back with you. 1, moving your feet and your toes. 2, moving your hands and your fingers. 3, lots of energy returning to the body. 4, coming all the way back now. 5, 6, feeling great. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Opening your eyes, arms over the top of the head. The word is
Yes.
What number are you on now, love?
Oh, I'm like a 0.5 at this point.
Amazing.
I'm like a half a point. The only reason why I didn't topple over was because I was aware that we were doing a broadcast, but it was so powerful.
Goes so deep, so fast with this work. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing. So now my community knows how. I mean, they kind of know you, but they know how powerful the affirmations and the scripts on this book are. Guys, you got to go get the book. It's available everywhere. Obviously, if you go on Amazon, you can also get the audiobook. Maybe you want to get both, right? Like if you're the kind that loves your Kindle, you want to get your Kindle version and then get the audio version.
So that's all three. I love it.
Yeah, just to sit down and actually do the exercises because it is that powerful. As you know, I rarely bring experts into this community. And those are the only ones that I truly wholeheartedly believe in and trust. So I wanted to share Grace and her amazing work. And
yeah, and one more really fun thing too that comes with all versions, Audible, Kindle, and paperback, are the online resources. So if you were just following along with that and you were like, oh man, you know, I feel like I learn more visually, or I learn more in an auditory way, or I'm going to be great with the script, whatever it is, we've got you covered. So it's free. It's included with the book. You get a login to the membership site that goes just with this book, and every single chapter is script. We do free in both video and audio.
Oh, awesome. Yeah.
And then if you decide to write a truthful, honest review on Amazon, and, you know, whatever your heart speaks the truth about the book, and you send that to us and let us know that you wrote it, we'll send you a $50 gift certificate to use on any grace-based hypnosis products on our entire site as a thank you. So
it's a win-win. You have to do it now. So I'm going to put the link on the description of this box of this video, probably in the comment section. And that way you all should get a book. And of course, make sure that you also share with your community. And if you have any questions for Grace or for myself, drop them on the comment section and I'll be happy to share them with Grace. I know her work so well that I may be able to answer some of her questions, but I am no hypnotherapist and she's the expert, so she should be able to answer some of your questions. You can also go to her website. It's gshypnosis.com. GS as in Sam, hypnosis.com. And she has a lot of frequently asked questions in there. And then you can become a member of her community. And that community is even better because it has a lot of already recorded videos. I go there. I have one particular series that I love. Every time I'm too stressed out, I go to my Trust series. And I listen 3 or 4 days in a row. And then I go back to kind of like a calm state. Her community is amazing. So just go to her website and check it out.
Oh, that's amazing. I have to tell Jen Oliver. She's the one who did Trust, right?
Yeah, I love her too. She's one of Grace's hypnotherapists. And I mean, I love all of them, but that one resonates. And it's just the kind of stuff that I listen to every time I need refocus.
Oh, that's my secret mission behind the mission to make hypnosis mainstream. Is I love creating jobs for women. That's like my second mission on the earth. And so all of the people in my hypnotherapy school identify as being women, and they're just all kicking ass. They're phenomenal. And when they graduate from our school, those who are at the top of their class, come work for us. And they provide sessions, hypnotherapy sessions. They create content for Grace Space. So it's not just me doing it. And they're phenomenal. They're just phenomenal. And it just means, like, you know, 2 days ago on the 15th, we released 14 new products, and we're doing it again in 10 more days because it's not just me. So we're going to have thousands of recordings on that site before 2020. So check back. We're going to get everything you could ever need.
Exactly. All right. Well, thanks again, Grace, for taking the time to come here and tell us a little bit about this amazing work.
Yes. Thank you for having me. Thank you to everyone for listening. And I hope you love the book as much as I loved writing it.
Yeah. Close your eyes. Get free. Go get it right now. All right. See you soon.